We're back, you guys!
We're back!
Welcome back to Kouch Chronicles!
Welcome back, you couch potatoes.
Yay! I know you missed us. XOXO.
I missed us.
I missed us too.
We're ready to be back.
We are ready to be back.
And guess what? We are starting off strong AF. We're now on episode 21. And I know that last time we said we were going to do season 2 and start over. We're not doing that anymore.
No, we're just going to count up.
Yeah, we're just going to keep counting. So,
yeah.
Episode 21.
Welcome. We took a little break. We're back.
And it's summertime. I feel like last time we talked, it was not summer.
I know.
It was like cold and gloomy.
Yeah. It's been warm. It's been beautiful. The sun's been out. Beach pool day weather.
Yeah. It's the first time in 4 years that it's felt like summer here in the summer.
Yeah.
Because normally it's nice all throughout the week. And then as soon as the weekend hits, it's gloomy and gross.
Yeah.
And it hasn't been like that this year, finally.
Yeah. And you know what, you guys? What? Only a month has passed?
Yeah.
And we have a lot
Oh my God. We have so
to
many.
catch up on.
So many life updates.
So many life updates.
Ugh.
Well, I'll start with my life update. I don't know if I said this. I don't know if I would have known. I have a job.
Woohoo!
I am officially no longer unemployed.
Actually, 2 jobs.
Yeah, I have 2 jobs, actually. One is just for fun now. And then one is like an actual real job.
Life comes at you
I'm
fast.
using my degree. And it's in engineering. I'm really excited about it. And yeah, life comes at you fast. I went from 0 jobs to 2 jobs in like a month, and I have been unemployed for 5. Like, it's the job market, you guys, so bad. And I wish that journey on no one. But I learned a lot. And I feel like I'm in the right spot for where I want to go. Like, I feel like it all worked out.
And I think this just goes to show that, like, no matter how bad things seem and for how long they seem bad, it just takes like one thing to happen and it can be completely turned around.
Yeah, I agree.
Like in 1 month, you now have 2 jobs.
Yeah. And financially, I still have a lot of catching up to do from the past 5 months. But yeah. So that's like my number one good news. I have an announcement I'm going to make at the end. I haven't told Kelsey about this, but it regards our date recap.
And we both had dates in June.
Yeah, I'll do my date recap first because Kelsey's is like, it's like fine.
Just your average date.
Yeah, just like your average day. Like, I've been on it 10 times. Like, come on.
Yeah, hasn't everyone?
Yeah, right? Yeah, so what's funny about this date is that it's my number one, not my number one. It's my first repeater.
Yeah. Wait, because it's the same guy as
May.
Oh my God.
So I went on a date, kinda, with the gentleman.
The
again.
gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's not so fitting anymore, is it?
No. And honestly, when you give people compliments like that too soon before you really know them, you're doing it to yourself.
Doomed.
So anyways, yeah, the gentleman and I attempted to go out on a second date, and let me tell you why it's attempted and not an actual date. But it still counts for my date recap because it's the only one I went on this whole month.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the gentleman and I from our May date kept in contact. We're talking like not every day, which is totally fine with me, but we were like trying to make plans. Honestly, plans like fell through like a couple times for one thing or another. It was like on both of us. And then finally we were like, okay, we're going to make like this happen. I think on like a Sunday. So finally, like our plans actually worked out. And he was like, I want to take you to dinner. Because our first date was just like Sunset Cliffs. And we went on a walk with his dogs. I did not bring Shadow because Shadow's crazy. And he gets too crazy around other dogs. Anyways, I was so excited. But earlier that day, I had gone to lunch with my new like boss and another like colleague of mine. And it was kind of like a welcome lunch to the company and to the job. And it was at a really nice place in Del Mar. And I got fish, and I think it was like mahi mahi. It was a white fish, and it was actually pretty good. But unfortunately, I think it gave me food poisoning that day.
Did you have anything besides the fish?
Well, we had calamari, but all 3 of us had calamari, and no one else got sick. But yeah, so I honestly felt fine up until I think like 5 minutes before he picked me up. Like literally, I was like, I at first thought I was just like nervous. I was like, maybe I don't feel well because I just have nerves. I'm anxious, whatever. And it's funny because I even told him this on the date. And
like you told him you didn't feel good because you were nervous?
No, I told him I thought that's why I didn't feel good at first.
Oh, I see.
Like afterwards.
Got it.
And so he picked me up and we went to this like bar first to grab drinks, and then he made a reservation for us like literally at an Italian place right across the street from where we got drinks. So we got one drink first.
He likes his spots.
I know. We got a drink first, and as we're sitting there, I'm like, oh no, this is like not like a nervous ill, like or an anxious ill. Like I actually don't feel well. And it's to the point where I'm like, I feel like if I drink alcohol, it's gonna make it so much worse. But I did anyways, because like we had already ordered drinks. Like he had gone up to the bar to order it, and we were at a high top. And I was like, oh, like shit, like I can't just like not drink my drink he just paid for.
Yeah,
like I'm sure that would have been fine if I would have explained myself, but I didn't yet.
Yeah, but I get it. I would have drank it too.
And I also thought that I was gonna get over like whatever I was feeling, because I have stomach issues. I'm just a girl. Like so, and they come and they go. So we have a drink and then we leave, and then we walk across the street to our reservation. We sit down and they seat us inside first, and we sit down and he's like, I'm just going to go to the bathroom really quick. And I was like, okay, perfect. Like I'll be here like before we order drinks or anything. And as I'm sitting there, I start to get really, really hot.
Oh no.
And I can tell that I'm sweating. But like profusely sweating, like sick sweat, like not sweating because I'm just hot. Like I can tell that I'm like ill, and my mouth starts watering.
Oh
and
no, like you're gonna vomit.
Yeah, and then I start panicking because I'm like, oh my God, like, do I wait for him to come back to the like from the bathroom because he's gonna expect me to still be here? Like, why would I get up and go to the bathroom so no one's at the table that they just sat us at? But so I was trying to sit there and like deep breathe
oh my God.
And like calm, but inside this restaurant it's already so hot because the kitchen is like, you can see it's not like enclosed or behind, and so the heat from the kitchen is like in the restaurant. I don't know. And so I'm smelling all this food and I'm like, I'm gonna vom.
Oh God.
And I'm like sitting there and I'm like, why do I feel like this? And then I connect it back to the fish. Like it had to have been that because I don't think I ate anything that morning before that. And I already felt ill before the drink that I had. That probably just sped it along, I'm guessing. So it had to have been the fish that I had at lunch. Because even the day prior, I feel like I already would have gotten sick if I ate something. I don't know. I don't really know how food poisoning works, I'll be honest. Like how
I think
quick
it happens pretty
in.
quick.
That's what I thought too. So anyways, I'm sitting there, I'm trying to deep breathe, and I'm like, oh no, like the vom is coming. I'm going to vom, and like I'm in public, I'm sitting at a table.
And you're waiting for your date to come back.
And I'm waiting for my date to come back. And it's like our
God.
first like sit down date. I'm like, thank God, like this will be nice because we can like actually get to know each other without his dogs. Like it's like, I don't know. It's not as casual.
Yeah,
as the
like
first date was.
It's like more of a date
And
vibe.
I was actually genuinely so excited to go on this date
I know.
too.
She thought he was cute.
Yeah. I didn't cancel before he came to pick me up because one, when I realized I was feeling like ill, it was like 5 minutes before he picked me up. And second, we had already rescheduled so many times for this date that I was like, I can't reschedule again.
Yeah.
Like, especially this last minute. Like, in retrospect, I think he would have understood. But it's like
wouldn't
the
have
mix.
believed it, because
I
if
don't
a
know.
guy bailed that many times and the third time bailed again because he was like sick, I'd be like, all right,
Sick,
I'm not trying anymore.
sick 5 minutes to
Right.
like, you already know that they're on their way to you to pick you up. Like, yeah. Rude,
I would not
right?
have. I wouldn't have believed it.
Yeah. Okay. I'm rambling. I'm so sorry. I'm almost finished. So finally, I'm like, I can't wait for him to come back. I have to run to the bathroom. So I get up. We pass each other. It's not a very big restaurant. It was a very small restaurant. So we pass each other because he had just came out of the bathroom. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm going to go to the bathroom really quick too. Did not tell him that I was about to vom. Like, I was like, I need to run and I don't have time to explain myself.
Oh my God.
And so he was like, okay, all right. Like, I'll go sit down. He did not know anything was wrong yet.
Oh God.
I get to where the bathrooms are. There are 2 bathrooms, 1 stall. Like, they're just like the one stall bathrooms, like the door to the outside. You like open it and it's the bathroom.
Oh, I see.
You don't like walk in and like wait, or
Got
there are
it.
like multiple stalls.
Oh, so you had to wait outside the door.
Yes, both are being used.
Oh God.
And then they have them labeled men's and women's. So it's like they're one stall, but like if they're labeled like that, I just don't feel like I can go into the men's restroom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm standing there. Whoever is in the women's restroom is taking so long.
Oh, no.
I'm honestly, at one point, I was like gagging, but trying to hide it. And it was like my whole body was put to work on trying not to vom in this restaurant. Next to the kitchen is where the bathrooms were.
The worst feeling in the world.
I literally was like, I cannot believe this is happening to me right now. Finally, there was a girl waiting next to me in line for the bathrooms too. So I'm like, oh, this is even worse, because now I have someone standing next to me waiting. I cannot puke. And I'm literally looking around and I'm like, I'm not going to puke in here because the kitchen is right in front of my face.
Yeah.
And everyone on the floor can see me. And they also had an outdoor seating area that I would have had to walk through in front of all these people because it was busy.
Oh, God.
And gotten sick. And I'm like, I'm going to try just not to vom. So finally, I think like the manager or someone of the restaurant saw that there are 2 of us waiting. He goes, if the men's bathroom is unlocked, you can use it. And I was like,
Thank
God bless you, sir. So it was unlocked. I go in and I cannot puke once I'm in the bathroom.
God, of
I
course.
can't vom. I am then wondering if I'm about to shit my pants as well. TMI. Welcome back to Kouch Chronicles. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. And I have a fear of vomiting. I hate it. I am afraid of it. Like, so I think my body like just rejects it. Like I just can't throw up. I can like try and relax my whole body knowing that I'm about to vom, and my body still won't let me. And so it's the worst. And I'm not one of those people that can stick my finger down my throat and make myself throw up. I just can't. I can't do that. And I'm texting you guys like our group message the whole time this is happening, like panicking. I'm like, you guys, I'm in the bathroom. Like, I'm going to vom. I'm going to vom. I'm going to be sick. I'm standing in this bathroom for maybe 5 whole minutes, dry heaving, trying to figure out if I should just really, really try to make myself throw up. And finally, I'm like, I can't. I got cold water on a paper towel and like dabbed the back of my neck and like my forehead and like tried to wipe my sweat away at least. The good news is I was wearing my hair up, so it wasn't like my sweat was like getting my hair wet.
I feel like it's so much more noticeable when your hair is down.
Yeah. So I'm like, after that, I was like, okay, I do feel better. I like gave myself a pep talk in the bathroom. I was like, no, this is fine. I can get through this. I can get through dinner. Like, it's fine. And so finally I get back to the table and I look at him and I go, I am so sorry. I think that I ate bad fish earlier and I'm not feeling that well. Like, I'm getting really hot. And he was like, immediately, he was so nice about it. He was like, oh my gosh, like, do you want to go home? Like, I can take you back home. Do you want to see if we can get a table outside? And I'm still in denial that I'm ill. So I'm like, can we at least try to get a table outside, because it's really hot in here and I'm profusely sweating. And I am so embarrassed because there's drops of sweat
Oh my God.
going down my forehead. I have the menu and I'm fanning it in front of me. That's how hot I was. That's how sweaty I was.
Oh,
no.
no.
And on top of that, I'm panicking. So all of those things are doubled. So
holy shit.
Because I'm a sweaty girl.
Yeah.
I sweat. Like, I run hot. So I sweat so easily. It is the most annoying thing about me, in my opinion. Or at least to me, it's the most annoying. And so finally, he gets someone. But he had already ordered calamari as the appetizer. And I like agreed to it. I was like, yes. Get the calamari.
That's exactly what you needed.
Like,
Jesus.
I could have even put that in my mouth.
No, dude.
I would have immediately
The smell
vomited.
of it would have made you throw up.
Yeah, well, the calamari comes, and the waitress was so nice. She was like, yeah, I can seat you guys outside. We do have an open table. She takes us outside. It does feel better. We sit down. We're there for maybe 30 seconds.
Oh, no.
And I go, his name, I think I need to go home. And he goes, are we going? And I was like, please. And he was like, okay, let's go. And he was like so nice.
Did you guys pay for the calamari?
Yeah. So he goes, I'm just gonna like put money on the table and let's just go. So he like,
this is real men carry cash.
yeah, he like threw money on the table.
Man told me that once.
But then all of the workers that were like around, you could tell that they were really confused because we had just gotten there.
Yeah.
And we had moved from inside to outside and now we were leaving.
They probably thought you guys were like snobs and didn't think any of the tables were good enough or something.
And so that's right. And I felt bad. I know I was ill, but I just have this thing. I just feel guilty. Like, I would have rather sat there if I could have and suffered.
Yeah.
Just so like no one else like felt like a weird. You know what I mean?
I'm the same way.
So there's like a waitress right outside of like the outside section had like a tent kind of, but it was open, but it had like a top, like a tent.
Okay.
And there was a waitress on like the other side of it, like doing like the cutlery, and she looked at me and she goes, it's okay, come on, it's okay.
My God.
And I was like, thank you so much, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna vomit in your restaurant. But she was like, it's okay.
Like
okay.
she could tell you were.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
no.
Because I was also panicking, and I was like, I'm so sorry, and she was like, it's okay. And then our waitress was like coming up to our table, and we didn't see her when we like got up to leave. So then he was explaining like, she doesn't feel well. I put more than enough money like on the table, like we have to go, like, and I'm in the background going, I'm so sorry.
Oh, God.
So the good news is this is only like 5 minutes away from home, this restaurant. So we run to his car, get in his car. The 5-minute drive home, I am deep breathing. I'm literally in the passenger seat, like.
Oh, because being in a car in that situation is so
and you know how I get
worse.
motion sick too.
Yeah.
So it's just like, it's better like when I'm in the front seat, which I was, but still a car in general. I'm like, thank God we're only 5 minutes away, literally.
What if it would have been like a 30-minute drive?
I don't think I would have made it. Like, truly, I don't think I would have made it. So he drives me home. I'm like panicking. He like pulls up in front and he's like, I'm just gonna like hit a U-turn really quick so we're like even closer to our front door. He gets out of the car, opens the door for me.
Aww.
I had a jacket, and he had grabbed my jacket on the way out. He's like, I got it, don't worry, like I got your jacket. So he like grabbed my jacket, and so he grabbed my jacket from the back seat and then came and opened the door for me as I'm like panicking because I'm like getting my purse together, and I'm like it took me like too long to get out of his car, but he ended up opening the door for me, so it was fine. Walks me up to the front door, and literally I unlock the like entry to our like apartment building, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, I will make this up to you. And I like sprinted away to get to the elevators because I'm like, I have to go up so many floors and wait for the elevator, like I have to immediately get to the apartment. And he's like, it's okay.
Oh my God.
And then left, and I was ill.
Okay, so then what happened? Because he's no longer the gentleman.
So as we were like on our way back, he goes, well, like I'm free Sunday. And this was on like a Monday or Tuesday. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, yes, let's do something Sunday. Absolutely. Like, I won't bail.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay, great. And we like chatted after that and throughout the week. I had texted him the next day and thanked him just for being so kind to me throughout the whole experience, I guess.
Yeah.
And he was like, honestly, stop apologizing. Like, you're totally fine. It happens. Like, we'll get a do-over Sunday. Like, this is what he was saying. And Sunday came and Sunday went. And I haven't seen him since.
But you texted him.
Yeah, so I texted him on Sunday because I hadn't heard from him. And I had heard from him on Saturday. I'm pretty sure, like Saturday morning or maybe Friday evening. But I had heard from him pretty recently up to that point. And so I had texted him. And at this point, it was Sunday at like 4 or 5 p.m., I feel like. And I was like, okay. Like, if you're trying to make dinner plans on a Sunday, I feel like you would have, like, texted by now.
Planned it earlier.
And, like, whatever anyone says, I always expect the guy to, like, text me first.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I agree.
So it gets to, like, 4 or 5, and I'm like, okay, this is getting quite concerning. So then I put on my big boy pants, and I texted him.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, hi, like, just noticed the time. Like, I don't know if you're still up for dinner or, like, you do actually want to reschedule. Like, either's fine with me. And he literally never responded. Never responded. And like our conversations before that were just like
normal.
Then
why? Is there another girl? Like, was he dating someone else and things just kicked off with the other girl?
I could see that happening.
Did he think she was like lying? Like, what?
Yeah.
Why? I don't get it.
I don't know.
Like, how hard is it to just text someone? If you're not interested, say you're not interested. If you're dating someone else, say you're dating someone else.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get why it's so hard to just be honest. Like, I can't imagine getting mad at somebody if they're being honest.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, all you have to do is just say it. And this man is like, I think he was 32, 33. So it's like, you are old enough to like
grow
man up. Yeah.
Grow up.
He like, I don't know. And he was so nice and polite and such a gentleman before that. And so even I was like shocked by the ghosting.
Yeah. It's not that deep. Like, it's not like she's heartbroken or anything. Like,
no.
She didn't give a shit, but it's like just so disappointing. Just fucking say something. Like, just say something.
What I feel like a lot of guys do and don't really mean it. But like, he was like, yeah, like we should do this. Like, I can't wait until we like get our dogs together. Like, I can't wait to meet Shadow. And like, it's a lot for like, I guess half of a date, 1.5 dates.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I feel like when you have dogs, like that's just like the easiest way to connect is like with your dog. So we were just like, I would ask him about his dogs all the time and he would like send me pictures and I would like send him pictures of Shadow.
Yeah.
So
stupid.
Here we are. That is,
that's the last date you went on, right?
That's the last date I went on.
And that was pretty early in June? No. Yeah, because I left June 4th.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was beginning of June. And, it is all the more reason why I have an announcement after. But enough about me. Tell us about your, like, okay, decent, like everybody does it date from June.
Okay. My June date was with Neighbor Boy. And I want to preface this by saying this was his trip for himself. He planned a trip for himself and invited me to come along. This was not I'm planning a trip for me and Kelsey. Okay. Or like, I'm doing this for Kelsey. This was like for him. He just invited me and like paid for all of it for me.
If he has the means.
So who am I to say no? Okay. Plus, I really like Neighbor Boy. So I was like, let's do it. I was actually really, really excited. Okay. So Neighbor Boy took me to Ireland and to Portugal.
Haven't you guys all been there on a date? Isn't that just like so original?
It was a 9-day trip and I had to write down everything, but I'm not gonna like explain everything. I'm just gonna kind of say what we did because it's a whole entire 9-day trip.
Yeah.
But starting with Tuesday, we had a layover in Minnesota. So we flew from LA to Minnesota and then we were going from Minnesota to Ireland. And it was like a long flight and then an even longer flight right after. And our flight got delayed and it like got delayed, I think twice or 3 times or something. And then
from Minnesota
to Ireland. And at this point it was like getting late at night and I was really tired and my leg was really swollen. And I was like, damn, I like kind of hope that it gets canceled so we can stay in the hotel tonight. Like I just really didn't want to get on another plane. But I also was like, that's going to be a whole other like chaotic thing if that happens. But anyways, it's happened.
Always like you want to get there, but in situations like that, you're like, we can leave in the morning. It's fine.
That's how I felt. And that's what happened. It did get canceled and I feel like I accidentally manifested it. But it wasn't rescheduled for the next morning. It was rescheduled for the next day at 4 p.m.
Oh my God.
Which luckily we didn't have any plans that day in Ireland except because we knew we would probably be jet lagged and tired. So he didn't book anything for that day. So we really just missed a day of rest. But it's fine because then we got a really good night of sleep.
Mm-hmm.
So
true.
Yeah, we went to a hotel, checked into the hotel, went to bed. The next day we went to the Mall of America.
I mean, what else? You have nothing else to do.
And then we stopped at a dispensary, got ourselves a little garden drink, drank it, and then went to the airport. And the airport was so fun. Okay, so that was Tuesday into Wednesday. Oh, we also went to IHOP that morning for breakfast.
Oh my God.
So we went to the airport and then we sat at a bar and got drinks and chips and salsa. And like, because we had our garden drink, we were just like
munching away.
Yeah, we're like munching on the chips, like laughing away. We're talking about crazy things, like probably talking about space and stuff. I don't know. Like,
I love that.
And then we were talking to our bartender a little bit. It was so fun. Like I had so much fun. Then we had the flight. And that was the longest flight I've ever been on because I've never left the country and it was really fun.
Yeah.
No, that's not what I meant to say. Well, it was really
yeah. What do you mean? Okay, keep going. Keep going.
Anyways. Okay, so then Thursday, we landed at 6:30 a.m. So it was like a red eye, basically. And then there's a big time change. So
yeah.
6:30 a.m. We got to the hotel. We like showered right away and got ready. Then we went and got coffee. And then we went to the Book of Kells, which I don't know if anyone's heard of it. I hadn't. It's like a book, like a really famous book. I don't know.
Okay.
He like was really excited about it. It's like this museum type thing. But like it's all reading. Like it's all just like signs that you have to read. When I tell you, we walked in and just walked right through all of it, didn't read a single thing. Got to the book and it was like this big like case thing in this room. It was just an empty room with a case with a book and there's so many people around it, so we're like trying to get up and look at it, but then when we're looking at it we're like, cool, we have no idea what we're looking at.
Yeah. That is a book.
And I remember being like, I need to like take in what this looks like and like remember it because this is so cool, like it's the Book of Kells. But then I was like, I literally have no idea what the Book of Kells is. No clue.
Whatever.
We were in and out of that museum in 5 minutes.
That is so funny.
And we were both like laughing. We're like, what did we just do? But anyways, that happened. Then we just like walked around. We were in Dublin. We just walked around Dublin. We went to this like Dublin castle, which didn't really look like a castle at all, even a little bit. And we were going to do the museum there, but then we like walked in and we were like, nah.
I don't think you guys are museum people.
It has to be interactive for me. Yeah, anyways, or like something that I just really care about. Okay, then we went to the Temple Bar, which is a really famous bar, and we got a drink there. It was good. I got a cider. Okay, then we went to this place called Boxty House. Ireland is like known for potatoes.
Yeah.
And so
Irish potatoes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Boxty House is like a bunch of like potato based foods, I guess.
Yeah.
Like Boxty, I think is
Who
like
doesn't
a thing.
like potatoes?
Yeah. So we got like a big thing to just share there. But I wasn't really feeling that great. I think I was just like tired.
From long day of travel too. I feel like I don't travel that well.
Yeah.
Like long distances, I always feel ill afterwards.
Yeah, I felt ill like a lot of this trip, sadly. But this food was just like really heavy for not feeling great. So I only had like a little bit and he ate the rest. He's like a human garbage disposal. It's great. And then we went back to the hotel and then we napped for 4 hours.
That sounds so nice.
Yeah. We were so tired. Then we woke up and we got changed. I wore my favorite outfit, second favorite outfit of the trip. It was so cute. Then we went to this place called Nolita, this restaurant, and we got pasta and a margarita pizza, and we
Yum.
just shared them both. It was so good. It was like one of my favorite meals of the whole trip.
Oh my God. Love.
Then we just walked around again, and it was like nighttime at this time, so it was like really fun and cool. And then we went to this speakeasy where you like walk down the stairs and there's like a pig head on the wall, and you pull the pig head and the doors open.
That's so
It was
cool.
so cool. And we saw, it was like a cave under there, like a brick cave.
That's really cool.
And we sat all the way in the back, and we got drinks.
I love a speakeasy.
Yeah,
They're
it
so
was
fun.
so cool. And we just sat back there and like laughed and laughed. Like one thing about me and Neighbor Boys, we're gonna laugh a lot. And then I got delusional, and then I got really slap happy, and I remembered how earlier in the day there was a bug on Joey's shoulder or something.
Okay.
I went to tell him, but my initial reaction was to be like,
no, you can never start something like that. Whenever you do that to me, it scares me so bad that I just react the same way.
I know, because my facial expressions, you guys, like, I can't hide them.
No.
So he starts like running and like swatting his arm. And like, what? Like fully panicking. I was cracking up. But then like later at this point, I was like 2 drinks in. I was delusional. I was so tired, and I couldn't stop picturing his reaction to it. And I had tears rolling down my face. I was laughing so hard. Yeah, so that was a lot of fun. Then, oh my God, I even like put that in the notes. I didn't even know I had that.
That's funny.
Then on our way back, there was a stray cat, and it was so tiny and cute, and it let me pet it. I picked it up.
Oh my God.
I was like, should I pick it up? He's like, yeah. So I did. It was so nice, and I wanted it to follow us back, but it didn't, sadly.
I literally told Kelsey she cannot bring a cat home.
And then that night, we were like going to Lisbon.
Do you think you would have to talk to it in like an Irish accent?
Oh, maybe that's why it didn't follow me.
Maybe.
I was like, come on. Yeah. I literally that night was Googling like, are there stray cats in Lisbon? Because that's where we're going next. Okay, anyways, then we went back to the hotel, went to bed. Then Friday, we woke up and we went and did like the Guinness tour. Like we went to the Guinness factory.
That's so fun.
It was really cool. They had horses outside, so I was petting like a bunch of carriages and stuff.
Cool.
So I was petting the horses. They were scary though. They were like kind of mean, and they were whipping their heads everywhere. And I like wasn't sure if I was allowed to pet them, but I just did anyways. Then we went to lunch. At this point I was so tired and I like wasn't feeling good. But we went to this like old church place that they converted into a restaurant, and had like this huge bar in the middle. It was really cool. And I got a burger, but it wasn't good. And I don't like Irish French fries. Don't come at me for that. Okay, then we needed new luggage because my bag was 9 pounds over the weight limit, and it cost me $100.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, so then I text my family, and I was like, my bag was so heavy I had to pay $100. And my brother goes, wow, so now your total expenses for this trip are $100.
Yeah, no, literally.
It was so funny. Okay. So then we had to like get new luggage. Okay, so I was like, I'm just gonna buy the bag because it's my stuff that's gonna go in it.
Yeah.
Because I'm the one who had the overweight bag. We cannot find a bag shop anywhere, like nowhere.
Oh my God.
And we're like running around
Where
the streets.
do people in Dublin buy their luggage?
I have no idea to this day. Because then we went into the store that looked kind of like a Macy's.
Yeah.
And that's the other hard thing. We don't know what any of these stores are, so we don't know what they have. There's no
Yeah.
Target. There was no Target.
Yeah.
And I'm like, everything that I get is at Target. Oh my God.
There are fireworks
it's probably
going
from
on
that
outside in Coronado.
Oh my God. We have such a good view of them. That's awesome.
Okay. Sorry. Keep going.
Okay. So we go to the store and they have luggage. There's a whole section of luggage.
Oh,
I'm like, thank God. Yeah. The cheapest one was like $250. And I was like, I'm not doing that. So he bought it. But he's like, it's fine because I needed a new bag anyways. And I was like,
oh my God.
I just feel bad because all my stuff is going in. So I think I Venmoed him $100.
Oh.
Or maybe more than that. I don't remember. I don't know. Whatever. Then we like went back, packed everything, went to the airport, got all through the airport. Saturday, we get there like late that night. We had a whole Uber fiasco. He's not going to want me to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that. Anyways, we get in our Uber. We get to the hotel. It was a very fancy hotel. It was really cool. They were so nice. And everyone at the front desk was so good looking. It was crazy.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, me too. So then we go to our room. It was a pretty nice room. It was one of those hotels that has like robes. I
love hotel robes.
Yeah.
We had a full conversation earlier today just about hotel robes.
Okay, so then the first thing we do on Saturday is we go to lunch at this place called Bel Canto. This is a top 25 in the world restaurant.
I'm not reacting because I already know what happens, but like it in theory, very cool.
I'm really, really glad I experienced it. Now I know that I never want to do it again.
I want to do it because I haven't experienced it. I think it would be so cool.
One thing that I kind of knew about myself, but was definitely solidified, is that I am not a foodie. I want cheeseburgers, hot dogs, mac and cheese, grilled cheese, pizza,
like steak,
chicken,
like normal American food.
Mexican food too. I love Mexican food. I'm not a foodie, okay? This place, it was 11 courses. Everything was like pretty small. It was so fish based, like pretty much everything was fish. There was caviar on everything. Caviar is salt. Anyways, I think caviar is stupid. Sorry. That's my opinion. Yeah. It got to the point where I would like take a couple bites and then I'd be like, no. And we would switch plates because I knew this was not the place to leave food on the, like, you got to eat it all.
Were they like, you had to finish it in order for them to bring out the next one?
Well, they would come out and they'd be like, are you still working? And I'd be like, there were 2 times where I ate most of it, or like I ate most of it, but like not all of it. But I was like, good enough. Like, it looks like I liked it and I ate it.
Yeah.
And both times they were like, did you not like it? Do you want us to bring something else? And I was like, oh my God. It was so embarrassing. It was so embarrassing. On top of that, there was bread and like butter, and I got so many crumbs on the table that they came over with this like metal tool and scraped all the crumbs off. And I was like, oh my God. And then at one point I spilled like a couple things. I didn't even know that I did. And it's white tablecloths. They came in front of me, took out a white napkin and laid it over the tablecloth in front of me to cover up the stains. I am so not
like,
bougie.
bitch, these were expensive.
They're like, this bitch like has never eaten food before. I was embarrassed and I felt bad because I knew this was going to be a very expensive lunch and I wanted to like it so bad, but I didn't.
You had it for lunch?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was for dinner.
No, I cried at the restaurant. Tears didn't roll down my face, but like they like welled up in my eyes and I was like going like this, like just I was like, please don't drip down my face. But I just felt so bad. Like I felt bad for Neighbor Boy because I'm like, oh my God, this is gonna be so expensive and I hate all of it. There's not one thing that I liked until the very end. Okay, we go through these 11 courses. I'm like panicking. It was just like not. I mean, I'll share some pictures on Instagram. I don't know. It wasn't for me. It was very expensive. And then we left. Okay. Then after that, we went to, oh my God, we went to a soccer game. We went to an international friendly soccer game. It was
so fun.
Portugal versus Croatia, and freaking Cristiano Ronaldo was there.
That's so cool.
It was so cool. They were doing the wave. Like, it was just a friendly game. It wasn't the real stadium. It was like kind of in the middle of like a forest. Like, it was so interesting, but it was so much fun. Both of us said that was our favorite part of the whole trip.
Yeah.
It was really fun. I bought a jersey. Yeah. Okay. Then on our way back, we were going to go take a train back, and Neighbor Boy took us through this wooden like trees, like took us through the woods.
Okay.
There were roads, but he's like, I think we got to go this way. I think this will be faster.
Right, let's
I'm like,
stray from the roads as tourists.
And immediately when we get into the woods, there's a set of animal bones on the ground.
Jesus.
Yeah. I took a picture. I can share them too. Then we get out of the woods finally, and we're walking, and there's a dead cat.
Oh.
So we all know how I reacted when I found a stray cat. You can imagine my reaction when I saw a dead cat.
Yeah, not good.
I cried. Okay, so I also cried like 2 other times on this trip because something really cute happened and something really happy happened, like to other people, and I witnessed it.
Oh my God.
I cried. Anyways, okay. Then we got back to the hotel and changed and stuff. I think, I'm not actually sure. Yeah, I put jeans on. I remember. Then there was this festival going on the whole month of June in Lisbon. There's like this whole festival. I forget what it's called. Oh, Festival of the Saints. I wrote it down.
Nice.
And it was right behind our hotel, like literally right behind our hotel. And it was just like these little alleyways with like string lights and like decorations everywhere.
Cute.
And all these stands with like sardines. There were sardines everywhere, and food and beer and sangria. Like it was so cool. So we just walked around that for a little bit, and then we got pizza because I was like, I want pizza. And then this was fun. We went back to the hotel and ate the pizza like on the bed. Like we put on our robes, sat on the bed, and ate the pizza on the bed. And then neighbor boy let me pluck his chest hair.
Gross.
I had so much fun with that. It was a very like ADHD friendly activity to do.
Yeah.
Okay. Then on Sunday, we had to go meet. We were going on like a tour of this like castle or palace. And so we had to meet at this spot for the bus. And we like went and got Starbies. And it was such a cute like walk to get there. I was like, I love it over here. And we got on the bus. We went to Pina Palace. It was this like beautiful castle in this city called frick, I forget what it's called. But it was so cool. But it was scary because this giant bus is going up this windy, narrow road, like over like cliffs and stuff.
Oh my gosh.
But it was so cool, and it was really
looked beautiful.
And misty.
Yeah.
Like it was so cool. And we got to go through this whole palace. It was amazing. I did not feel good at all at this point. So I think neighbor boy thought I was miserable and like not having fun, but I thought it was so cool. I just was like, I kept getting really lightheaded and dizzy. Like I thought I was going to fall over. And then I was really nauseous, but I was like, this is so cool.
Yeah.
Then we went to this place called Becco for lunch. We got burger. I got a burger. We got fries, and then we got shrimp. But the shrimp there are like totally like they have the eyes and everything still.
Oh.
And you have to like peel them, and then they still have like the digestive tract in there.
Gross.
So I did not eat those. Sorry.
I like my shrimp deveined.
Me too.
Right, that's what they call
Yes,
it.
because I had one that wasn't deveined and I could taste it, and it was disgusting.
Ew.
Yeah. Okay. Then we had more sightseeing. I think oh yeah, then we like walked around to this like well thing. There's like more stuff to see besides just the palace. Then we got back on the bus, and then the bus took us to Cascais, I think is how you say it. It's like a little beach town. Cute. It's a very, very expensive beach town. Like rich people live there, and that's where Cristiano Ronaldo is building a house right now.
Ugh, love.
But it was so cute, and at this point I felt sick. Like I was like, I'm gonna throw up. But it was so cute. But we didn't have a lot of time there before the bus left. So we ate, we got like, I think I got a lemonade at this little shop, and then we went to the beach. Neighbor boy put his feet in the water. I had shoes on and a compression sleeve, so I did not do that, but I took a selfie with the water. And then I got ice cream, and the ice cream revived me temporarily. Then I slept the entire bus ride back. We were in the very last row of the bus, and the last row was 5 seats all the way across.
Yeah.
All the other ones were just 2 seats.
Oh my gosh.
And
so you, like,
no one sat
out
by us. So he sat on the end, and I had my head in his lap, and I just like laid across.
Yeah, that's perfect.
And I fell asleep the entire ride back. It was like 45 minutes. Then we went to this random festival. I mean, no, it was the same festival that they had, but there was a concert like on the other side.
Oh, that's so fun.
So we went, and I wore my favorite outfit. It was silver pants, this white top. Like I looked so good. I was so proud of that outfit. And I just danced and danced, and I made neighbor boy dance with me, but he didn't love dancing. So
not much of a dancer, neighbor boy.
I just danced by myself, but I had so much fun. I think he had fun too, but I had so much fun. That was like my second favorite thing of the whole trip. I loved it. Okay. Then Monday we woke up, but we woke up late. Like we way slept in, and like it was crazy. I had no idea that it was that late. Then we went just outside, like around the corner, and got breakfast at this really cute little cafe, and we sat outside. Then we went to a cooking class, and we learned how to make a very famous Portuguese dessert that I now can't remember what it's called.
Perfect.
But it was so good, and that was really fun too. Like that was such a cool experience. Like
you got to eat your own afterwards.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
It was cool. Then we went on a sunset cruise.
Pretty.
So we went on this boat and it took us like all down the river. It was gorgeous. Then we had dinner at this restaurant, like in this big huge open courtyard. It was called Can the Can, and I think I got a burger there too.
Jesus, you just eat burgers and pizza this trip?
And whatever Belcanto offered. Yeah, I like what I like. He got octopus, and I did try the octopus. It was actually pretty good. It was just like tough chicken, basically. Okay, then Tuesday we had to wake up really early to go to the airport to go back to Ireland. I felt so sick. At one point I actually was like, I'm gonna throw up. Like my mouth started watering, and I was sitting on the floor at the airport, and neighbor boy was standing up, and I like looked up at him, like trying to signal to him that I was panicking, but he never looked down. So then it just like passed, which thank God.
Yeah, thank God.
Yeah, I was also getting really like lightheaded again, like thought I was gonna pass out.
Yeah.
I slept that whole flight too, like on neighbor boy's shoulder. Thank God.
I wonder if it was just like time change, sleep, like not being hydrated, like if it was just like a mixture of everything.
Yeah, and I think that like I wasn't really feeling like myself. I think emotionally, like I was it was just a stressful time for me. Yeah, and then when we got to Ireland, we got there like early in the morning, and I did not feel good. I was like, I just needed to nap. So I napped while he walked around, and then I felt like totally revived after my nap, and we both walked around. We did some shopping. We went back to the hotel. We went and got dinner. We had a very...
Was your hotel at the airport?
No.
Oh, okay.
It was like downtown Dublin again, like kind of where we were, like not the same place, but like general idea. Like we could walk to each hotel, I think. Yeah, we had a very long talk that night. So, and I know that's basically it. That was a trip. Yeah, like very fast version. It was just like incredible.
Your basic trip, you guys. Just like super basic. I think everyone's been on that by now. Someone's taking you on a whole ass international trip for free.
I will forever be so grateful to Neighbor Boy for taking me on that trip. It was seriously incredible. Cool. Mm-hmm. I had so much fun. Like I want to go back, especially to Lisbon. I loved Lisbon. Yeah. There's a million more things that happened on this trip that I didn't even like get into, but it was just incredible. Yeah,
you like barely scratched the surface.
Yeah. But that's like the Cliff Notes version. It was incredible. I know everybody's going to be asking what's going on with me and Neighbor Boy now. And I am not going to talk about it yet. So I will update you when I have, I guess, more of an update.
Yeah, fair enough.
But we're good. I mean, we're on good terms. Like we still talk pretty much every day. Like yeah.
I feel like that gives everyone an answer enough.
Yeah. I mean, we are not official. I'm not sure if we're going to be or not. I think I needed to take a step back. Oh, wow. Yeah, I guess to answer that, I just needed to take a step back. So we've kind of taken a step back, but I'm not really sure how I feel or what's going to happen. But like, I have nothing bad to say at all about Neighbor Boy. I still really like him a lot. We just are trying to navigate everything. So we're dating other people now, and that's it. And that's all the update that I have.
Cool. Well, those were our June date recaps. Thanks for sticking with us, I guess.
We're so happy to be back. And now Kristen has an announcement.
So I have an announcement, you guys. If it wasn't already hinted at at the beginning of this episode, I have made the executive decision that I'm no longer going to be dating.
At least for now. You may change your mind eventually.
Well, yeah. I mean, of course, I'm going to date again eventually. But as of right now, I am giving up dating. I have never been a big dater at all, like to begin with. And at first, this challenge was like super fun. I was enjoying myself. It was nice to meet like a bunch of new people. But as time went on, it just got so exhausting to me and it stopped being fun. And I don't want to keep doing something for like non-genuine reasons. So I knew, like, I had like talked to my therapist about it, you guys. Like, I didn't just like make this decision on my own. Like, I had like talked through it and I really thought about it. And I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but I just have a lot going on. I have a lot going on in my personal life and just a lot happening that adding men onto that is like so unnecessary and like not what I want to do. And mentally, it's just like not there for me right now. And even if it's like dating just for fun, I just like don't want to. That's it. Like, period. I don't want to. So I know everyone's going to be like, what's going on with the date recaps? So this is where I guess more of my announcement comes in. So we're still going to have date recaps every month.
I'm still going to be going on dates, so I'll have new ones. Kelsey, the same. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll still like have actual dates. But every month, instead of going on a date with like a man and like a normal date, like how it has been, I am going to take myself out on a date.
Oh, cute.
And I am gonna do things that I feel like never normally do. I'm planning to do it, I mean, I guess either by myself or with Shadow. And I want to get out of my comfort zone and do at least one thing every month. Like, whether that's just like taking Shadow and sitting outside and getting a drink somewhere, or like, I don't know, like even just going on a hike or something. I just want to like do like things that maybe you would do with someone else, but I want to do them alone.
I think this is so cool too, because if like you're listening to this and you're like, dang, like I want to do something like that once a month, but like I just got out of a relationship and I don't want to date, or like I just don't want to date for whatever reason it may be. This could like spark some ideas of like things that you can do by yourself.
And so those are like, I'm going to talk about each of those every month, like on our date recaps. And I'm still going to have a date recap just with myself, or like just with me and Shadow.
Or me.
Yeah. Well, no, that wouldn't be a date then.
Roomie date.
Well, we already do everything together, so it doesn't count. These have to be alone.
I know, I'm just trying to think of like, when are you going to do things and I'm not going to be like, I want to come.
I know, but you're going to like have to not.
Well, you can do them when I go on dates.
Yeah, true. I'll like just try and plan things at the same time or something. I don't know. We'll see. It depends on like what I find. I actually want to give credit. I don't know if she listens, but I want to give credit to my friend Gabby, who lives in Dallas. We have known each other since like 5th or 6th grade. And she's actually the one that gave me this idea because her friend has been doing it for himself. And she was just telling me, I hope she doesn't mind me saying this, I don't think she will, but she was telling me that her friend took himself to like the ballet.
Oh my God.
And it was like a ballet where the composer and the music, it was all like EDM, and her friend was a DJ. And so like he went to this like EDM ballet just by himself, and he was like, yeah, I try and take myself out, I guess, on dates every once in a while. And she was like, maybe you should try that. So she's actually the one that gave me the idea. And I was like, you know what, like that's actually so smart. And then I'll just make them my date recap.
Yeah, and then you'll still have a recap.
Yeah. So cool. I think I've just been struggling with mental health for a very long time, to put it like bluntly, and it was getting better and then it wasn't. And I think with everything else happening in like my personal life and everything else, dating, just like my heart wasn't in it. And like I don't like to just hang out with people to hang out with people. So I think this will be good for me, like mentally.
Yeah.
And I mean, we were talking earlier about how like I want to start doing things that I used to do when I knew I was in like what I view as like my happiest moments, and like kind of like the routines that I would have for myself in those like times of my life. And I think that this will help bring that back into my life. So I'm excited to kind of like discover what I like now, and especially here in a new city, like maybe I'll explore other things that like I come back from those and I'm like, oh my gosh, we need to go here and do this like together.
Yeah.
And like maybe even like meet like friends and new people at these places. Like, I don't know, like you never know.
Yeah.
Like, I might go somewhere and try something and meet someone there.
Yeah.
You know, I think I'm at the point now, I don't think that dating apps are really for me.
Dude, I think dating apps are awful.
And I know I'm one of millions that feel that way. And I just like, I had to delete Hinge from my phone. It was the only dating app I had. I haven't had more than one dating app in like years and years. And Hinge was my last hope.
Yeah.
Like dating app wise, like I didn't like any of the other ones. I had Bumble for like a few years ago.
But that's so not you to like initiate
conversations. Exactly. Which is exactly why I don't have it anymore.
Yeah.
Because I hate initiating conversations. It's just who I am. Whatever. I am who I am.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. So
we don't know what we're talking about next week, but
yeah, we'll figure it out.
It'll be a surprise.
It'll be a surprise. Maybe we'll post it on Instagram a day or two before. Who knows if we figure it out. But thank you for listening. If you don't already, follow us on our social medias. We're on YouTube, Spotify, TikTok, and Instagram. All of our links will be in the bio, either if you're listening to this on Spotify or on YouTube, but they're all at Kouch Chronicles in one form or the other. It's underscore or dot.
Or just all together.
Yeah, or all together. It's really however you can find us. But yeah, thank you. We will see you guys again next week.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.